Hey everybody, Dr. Neckel here with eSleep Wellness. Here's another sleep tip, and happy Valentine's Day yesterday. So last time we talked, I introduced something called a sleep diary where you can make note of your sleep and see trends and try to figure out some things that maybe you're doing wrong. Even if you don't have a sleep coach or a sleep expert to rely on, you can at least do a diary and look at it and see trends all on your own. It may not be as robust, and you won't maybe be able to do some of the sleep scheduling stuff, but you can definitely find trends with your sleep diary and see where there is some room for improvement. So today, the one that I want you to look at is on your sleep diary. There is, what was your final wake up time this morning? And I introduced this last time, and hopefully you were able to get a diary. And if you haven't started keeping track of your sleep, that's fine. But this will give you a chance to know maybe what you can do once you've started tracking your sleep and how to analyze it. So one thing I want you to notice when you look at that line is how consistent are you? This is where sometimes I have patients that line is all over the place. They have it, where it's like 3-4 hours different. So sometimes they wake up really early. Sometimes they're sleeping in really late. I mean, it can be all over the board. And ultimately, that's bad for your sleep. You need to wake up at the same time every day, especially if you have insomnia, because what you need to do is you need to try to break that cycle. If you have a habit of sleeping in on the weekends, but have to wake up early during the week because of work, then that is only contributing to your insomnia. And so what you need to do is make it consistent. So if you have to wake up at 6 a.m. every day during the week in order to make it to work, but you sleep until like 10 a.m. on the weekends, that's only feeding into the problem. Maybe not so much on Saturday, but on Sunday, now you slept in until 10, but you need to go to bed at an earlier time in order to be able to wake up and still get your 8 hours of sleep. And so it ends up setting you behind and into that bad cycle again as you enter your work week. And so you have to be consistent. Now, this should be the case all the time, whether you have insomnia or not, although I will say that you have more flexibility once you've broken this, you break the cycle and you no longer are caught up in difficulty sleeping at night or waking up. And if you are the insomniac that wakes up too early and can't go to sleep, then what you need to do is consistently, whatever that early time is, that becomes your wake up time. Even if you don't even need to be up at that hour, or you stay in bed for a while afterward. We'll talk about that one next time. But what you need to do is make it consistent every single day so that you have the same sleep pressure. I don't know if we've talked about adenosine in this, but adenosine accumulates over the course of a day and it increases your sleep pressure. And then as you sleep, you clear out adenosine and then you start fresh the next day. But you mess that cycle up if you are not consistent about your wake up time, and it ends up being all over the board. So the first thing to do is look at your sleep diary and see how well do you do by sticking to that rule. Okay, so I will see you on the next time and we will talk about more. All right, have a good one.